Ladies and gentlemen, Tyron Ash here of Tyron Ash Real Estate, and I'm super excited today. I'm joining Chloe Cable, our super agent, who is listing, or has just listed, this amazing £2.5 million mansion which is stood behind me. So it's set in Farnborough Park, which is just an amazing location. So Chloe, just talk to us about what we're about to have a look around today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I just want to draw your attention before we actually go inside the house at what we have on the outside. The house has extreme curb appeal, which I think you'd definitely agree with.
Yeah.
There's fantastic parking. You've got a garage, which is a up and over door.
Yeah.
You've got an in and out driveway here. You can probably easily park, I'd say about 4-5 cars, maybe even more if you're good at parking.
I think more like 6-7, yeah, definitely.
I'm not very good at parking, so you might be, so you might park more. And also the Farnborough Park itself, if you don't know, has 24-hour security. It's gated to the front, so the whole development is extremely secure, which is obviously a massive selling point, I think.
Massive. Especially
Especially nowadays, you don't really, especially just outside London, there's only really Surrey that you have these sort of places which are completely security. And I think to that point as well, getting into London takes about 18 minutes to London Bridge.
Wow.
So if you're a commuter going back into London and in and out all the time, this location would probably be perfect.
It's amazing. You think you could literally, I mean, we're just stood outside here now, and you could hear a pin drop. It is literally, it's a beautiful summer's day. There is absolutely going to be zero traffic coming through here. I mean, it's so peaceful.
No, I agree.
think if you're bringing up a family and maybe, you know, husband or wife is traveling into London for work, and you know, you're raising kids here, you want safety, you want security, it's bang on. I mean, literally, the guy at the door had to okay us to drive in.
Yeah.
We had to have a pass. It was really, really cool, wasn't it? So absolutely love it so far. So let's take a look around then.
Absolutely, we won't take up too much more of your time. We'll take you inside.
Right, so here we are in what is a very, very impressive entrance hall as you walk in. So the first thing that strikes me is this floating staircase, which for me looks like it's certainly a bespoke design. You can see there is the panel glass, which obviously takes the shape of the corner of the ceiling here. And then, is it an oak?
Yep, all oak. It's all like oak engineered flooring too. I think it just fits in really nicely with the style of the house. Such a lovely feature as well. And I think when we go upstairs too, they'll see that you've just got uninterrupted views across to the top floor of the house.
Nice,
and
nice.
it's so gorgeous up there as well. But yeah, no, really lovely feature this is.
Yeah, it's definitely as striking a hallway as you'll get. And you can see, obviously, which we'll go through in a minute, there are the double doors leading through to the main reception room, and then another open passageway going into your open plan kitchen area. But just off this area, I think you've got your garage through there. You've got storage for like your shoes and your coats and everything. There's a downstairs toilet, and then you've also got the study. So a lot coming off this ground floor. So
yeah,
do you want to maybe lead us through?
I will lead you through these doors. I also think this is such a lovely feature, the double doors going through.
Yeah.
You'll see the same thing in the master bedroom as well, but I think it just makes such a difference having this. Just having it open.
Oh wow, this is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, no, really, really.
So yeah, if you come through, you'll see like what you've got is the sliding doors, and then a feature fireplace. This is a big room as well. Looks like an elevated ceiling where they've designed the cornicing, and there's a backlighting as well there.
They've actually, the ceiling height is actually 2.6 metres, so as you can imagine, Ty says he's 6'4", but he's actually 6'2", and even in this room, there's a lot of height above him as well.
I tell people 6'4", yeah.
But no, I think that waves its way throughout the whole house as well, and all the bedrooms, all the kitchens. Ceilings are super high. It just gives that really lovely light, airy feeling too. And yeah, no, I really love this room actually.
Absolutely, and I think, you know, you can just see actually, if you take the camera around, there's a lovely view of your garden there, and you know, you've got your patio area, and it opens up into what they've got as like a little jacuzzi, and it really goes far back. So we'll take you down there a little bit later on, but not one person overlooking you either.
I know, and you know what we said about earlier about how it's all access, 24-hour security, so you can actually link up your security cameras to the concierge, if you want to call them, and they will keep an eye on the house. So as you can imagine, living here, that's such a massive perk.
Awesome. Come through to the kitchen. This is really, really cool. I think you're going to like this. So I mean, you could spend hours in here, couldn't you? So you've got a huge central island here. This is looks like a granite work surface, and then they've obviously got the bespoke kitchen units. You've got the huge space for your double or double. I think it's a quadruple oven over there.
It's a Smeg one. It's really lovely.
Yeah, it's big. And then you've got your wine cooler under here. 1.5 bowl sink, and as you can see, I mean, it really lends itself well to the space. And then I can see there's some original, it looks like well, not an original fireplace, but it's certainly a feature fireplace, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's another really lovely one. I think with this house, even when it's summer, it has such a lovely summery feel, but you can almost imagine in the winter time, you have the fires on, maybe it's Christmas, you have people over, it's just got a really nice feeling to it. And you might have not noticed, but on all the splashbacks, so like in the bathrooms, in the kitchen, in the office, there's actually just marble that's at the back, and I think it's actually a really lovely little feature there as well. I really like that.
Absolutely. No, I think it's absolutely stunning. I think the way they've done the dual level with the breakfast bar and then the central island, I think is really cool as well. And it's very kind of symmetrical when you look at it from this angle. I think it's a beautiful kitchen.
Yeah, really. And just to add as well, you obviously do have a fitted utility area, so you can have all your ironing, washing machine, dryer, everything in that corner. And you do have another access out onto the side of the house here, just as an easier way out. But you also do have sliding doors again to the rear garden.
No, lovely. I mean, and what an entertaining space. I mean, you've got easily seating for what we've got, 9-10 chairs here, a huge family area. I mean, this is probably where you're going to spend most of your time in the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can imagine, obviously, if you've got children, you're getting breakfast ready in the morning, kids are getting ready for school, maybe one or two are watching the television, and then you can obviously get your family ready for the day. Or in the summer, get the patio doors open, and then you've got the whole free-flowing house coming through the ground floor.
It'd be amazing for like gatherings and having people over, wouldn't it? Do you know what? You might probably agree with me on this, but I feel like this house, it could be for a family, it could be for a young couple.
Yes.
It speaks to so many people.
Yes.
I just don't think it's just set to one certain buyer. There's just so many buyers that this could actually be good for and work well for too.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's got so many dynamics, so many kind of different genres of people it can hit, because it's designed in kind of as you can see, it's very modern, but it's got some nice traditional touches.
Yep.
This fireplace is one of them. I called it an original, and I realised we're in quite a new house. I was like, it just has that kind of period feel, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So yeah, no, phenomenal room. Obviously, you've got your utility area, access to your back here, and as far as downstairs living goes, this is pretty much as good as you'll get, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, the room sizes, as you'll see throughout the whole house, they're so big, and I think that's such a massive difference as well.
So obviously, size-wise, it's amazing. What's the sort of generic square foot across the whole house?
Yeah, approximately it's 4,500. So I mean, for a property that's just outside of London, and you've got the land that goes with it too.
Yes,
it's
a big plot.
But it is a great sized garden. I think it's fantastic. Like, it's everything that you could want box ticking wise in a house.
Yeah, absolutely. I think size-wise, the rooms are very consistent. It's beautifully done. Plenty of parking, huge garden, completely private. There's a lot of boxes being ticked there, isn't there?
There is indeed.
So what we're going to do now is just show you a couple of features more. So we've got the master bedroom, and then we've got an amazing rear garden to show you, and then we'll be wrapping this video up. So we'll see you in the master bedroom. Welcome. So this is the master bedroom. Talk us through it, Chloe. This looks pretty impressive.
Yeah, no, definitely a fantastic principal suite. We've got a walk-in wardrobe around the corner there, which I'm sure Tyler will show you in a second. And I mean, the ensuite is just insane. But you've got double basins, all the bathrooms have underfloor heating. You've got porcelain oyster tiles, and I mean, the bath itself as well is so lovely. You could just imagine having a dip in there, looking out across your garden. Unfortunately, the heat wave in the UK the last couple of weeks has destroyed everyone's gardens, but usually that's such a lovely space out there. Really lovely, bright green grass. There's gorgeous trees lining the border of it as well. It's just a really lovely place to be in, I feel. Yeah, so look, come and have a look at the view you get from your bedroom. So you've got these Juliet doors, and I mean, it's like a photograph. Obviously, we'll make sure the badminton net and the basketball net are removed, but you can see, like Chloe mentioned, the trees are lining the view absolutely perfectly. You've got a lovely deep garden. You can just catch the outbuilding at the back there.
there's just so much privacy, so much room to do what you need to do. And I think as far as, you know, gardens go, I think it doesn't really get much better than that, does it?
What I like as well is it's pretty low maintenance in a way. Because everything's been designed whereby if you have a gardener that comes in, all they've really got to do is cut the grass, make sure the shrubs are cut back, and that's about it.
Easily maintained.
No, it's really lovely.
No, lovely, and you know, that's the master bedroom. So this is effectively the main hallway for the first floor, and as you can see, it's huge. You've got a massive vaulted ceiling with so much natural light pouring in, plus this kind of galleried landing which leads onto one of the bedrooms up there.
Absolutely.
So what does it kind of consist of on the first and second floor?
Yep, so we've got 3 further bedrooms on the first floor.
Nice.
The guest room is actually really lovely. Despite it being the smallest, it's still a fantastic size. You've got built-in wardrobes to all of the bedrooms, en suites to all of the bedrooms as well, which I think nowadays
is rare,
yeah, and I think that's so important too, just to have a bathroom for every bedroom. It's so important. The ceiling height in the guest room is actually 2.8 metres.
Wow.
Just because of how the house was built. But it just makes for a really nice room, especially if you're having guests over. It's kind of tucked away on the other side of the landing. You've got all the rest of your bedrooms this side. Built-in wardrobes are absolutely huge as well. You'll see when you go in there that the bedroom sizes are fantastic still. But the top floor is actually one of my favourite floors. You've got such a great sized bedroom up there. Even though it's built into the second floor, you don't actually lose any head height because the eaves are right at the sides of either room and the ceilings are still really high. So I think up there is really lovely again. And then you've got another reception room or a snug area, whichever you want to use it for. And then of course this landing is fabulous because you could just view right out into the front of the house.
Well, I think it's pretty fair to say, you know, like the consistency of this property, all the bedrooms having built-in wardrobes, en suites, even the unique style with the vaulted ceilings, natural light. I mean, it's really got it all. The downstairs, the upstairs, it's really got it all. So now we're going to show you the final really impressive part of this property, and that's the rear garden. So we will see you in the rear garden. Right, well, it definitely gets the sun, this garden.
Absolutely.
So this is a huge patio kind of area that you've got here, loads of seating space. Obviously you can see all the glass exposure to the rear of the house, and this brings you out onto your garden. So the sun's burnt the grass a little bit, but I'm sure that'll get back to normal.
I think everyone in the UK is in the same position right now, aren't they?
One thing I really like about it is the privacy. There is just no houses overlooking you whatsoever. And that is a massive thing, you know. I think that in a lot of luxury estates where we've sold property, it's a compromise people naturally have to have is there's going to be houses maybe at the back or at the side that are overlooking, but this is just a row of beautiful mature trees enclosing your garden. The garden still gets the sun. It really is a lovely part of the property.
Do you know what, you've kind of took the words out of my mouth where you said about compromises you have to make, because more often than not, if you do want to live on almost a premium development like this one, you do often have to deal with the overlooking of houses because everyone's almost on the same plot. But because of the garden, because of the trees, you're nice and secure, you're nice and private, you can do whatever you want in this garden and no one's looking over you, so I think it's really lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, like, you know, it's one thing I actually noticed as well. So what they've done is they've just gradually levelled the back of the garden up. So let's go take a look. So I don't think you quite realise just how big this garden is. This area here goes back absolutely miles. You've got artificial grass here, so this is the perfect kind of children's play area. Obviously they're using it as a bit of a football training area with a huge trampoline. You've got the outdoor park, and then right through here, if you want to come and take a look in this, you've got the
summer house.
Summer house, orangery.
I think this would make a really lovely bar area as well. But I mean, if you haven't got kids, then you could almost have this as an open bar.
Yeah, you could create a bar area. Like a party area or something.
However, if you do have kids, like the owners do, what a perfect space to be like, have all of their toys or you know, the garden things that they want in the garden hidden at the back of the garden, so you can enjoy the rest of the garden. Nothing imposes on that piece of garden you have. I think it's really lovely. But again, I know there's so many trees around here, but if trees aren't your thing, don't worry, because nothing's TPO'd. So if you wanted to, you were able to take the trees down. But I think they actually make it look really lovely.
Oh yeah, I think
together.
The garden's got some serious width, and I think you're going to get the sun most of the day. And it's nice to have the privacy. And do you know what? If your children are playing out the back here, it's nice to have it all enclosed and safe.
Yeah, exactly. And also the fact it's quite nice and shaded back here too, means you can have the kids out here in the daytime. They could be running around playing in the shaded from the sun. You could be sunbathing over there, and you could still keep an eye on them as well. So, no, I think it's really, really lovely.
Yeah, so I think the new buyers are going to be in for a real treat, because you've got 4,500 square foot approximately of living space. You've got an ensuite to every single one of your bedrooms. You've got huge open plan living, amazingly decorated, finished kitchen, open plan living space, family rooms, lounges. You've got all your patio doors opening right up to your rear garden. And just to finish it off, you've got an amazing, this has got to be close to 200-foot garden. It's absolutely enormous, and it is just completely non-overlooked, all on a private estate that no one can get to without your permission. What more do you want?
I know, you've got everything here. We hope you've enjoyed our tour of this fantastic house. This is now up for sale. If you're interested or you have any other questions, please contact me, Chloe Cable, and I will help.
So, what a house. And just to finish on that, I know Chloe's probably a little bit humble to say herself, but in the simplest way of saying it, everything that she is listing is getting sold. So if you've got a luxury property like this one, or in a similar kind of price range or size or location, or even not so much, but just a high value property that you need selling, contact Chloe if you want to get the best possible price for your home. Tyron Ash Real Estate specialises in selling prime and super prime property across all of these areas in the UK. Get in touch with us, we'd love to help you and show you how you can get maximum market value for your home.